Then I know you must be worried about her, too.
Why would I be worried about her, Sid?
Because she isn't here. She's gone.
Gregory,
Maybe she's gone into town.
has anything happened between you two?
Well, no, nothing important.
Very important to us. We've got to find her.
You see, Mr. Slattery, she handles all my personal matters and private files. She went off without a word. It's not like her. Have you any idea where she might go?
No, sir, I haven't got any idea.
She has no relatives, no place to go. Will you hear from her? Let us know.
Yeah, sure, I will. Anything else?
No.
Yes, sir. Dolores Greaves, please. Checked out, huh? Did she leave any forwarding address? All right, thanks. You gave that a big try, didn't you? One fast phone call. But you didn't really think she'd walk out, did you? Not on Will Slattery. Besides that, you had a little something else on your mind. You figured maybe it was a good idea if Dolores did get herself lost for a while, so there wouldn't be anybody around to check up on you. Nobody to tell you the kind of a heel you would be. Nobody to say, after all, she is Hobby's wife. She is Hobby's wife. Hobby's wife. Why didn't you just stick a knife in Hobson's back? It would have been quicker. Yeah?
Mr. Slattery?
Oh, I beg your pardon, sir.
I didn't want to disturb you this early.
Oh, that's all right. I was up early. I couldn't sleep.
But I did want to make a flight this morning.
Good. How soon?
Not for an hour or so.
All right, sir. I'll grab a shower and I'll be all set.
You'll need your maps. It's a very small island, Carrito Santos. I have a dear friend who's a planter there.
If it's on the maps, we'll find it. A trip like that'll clear the cobwebs. I'll be down in a few minutes.
Slattery! 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 Slattery, listen to me. We searched Mill's body and we searched the plane. We couldn't find it. So you must have it. Where is it?
What?
The parcel. Milne always carried the tape to his chest. Business papers, I want it.
What papers?
Oh, yeah, I see the papers. Slattery, look. You're a very smart boy. Don't be a fool now. You've been working for us. We've been paying you. No questions asked, no trouble. Very comfortable. Let's keep it that way.
It's too late, Mr. Gregory. This used to be an easy job before I knew anything about it, but now I know. That makes it tough.
So?
So I want more dough, $500 a week. And I want you to talk real nice and friendly to me like Mr. Milne did. And I want you to call me Mr. Slattery. I like that.
And you'll give me the parcel? I've no use for it now.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. You knock me off and you're dead too, because I've got a letter in a safety deposit box that tells all about you. If anything happens to me, somebody might read it. So you see, if you want to keep healthy, I've got to keep healthy.
As you say, Mr. Slattery. And let me be the first to congratulate you. Oh, didn't you know? You're going to be a hero.
What are you talking about?
They're going to give you a medal.
A medal? That's my medal. Heads or tails, it spins.
Yeah. You're going to keep healthy. You're going to make lots of money. You're going to be very happy. And I hope you like the candy business. You're going to be in it a long time. Go get your medal.
That was the end of the free ride. They punched you a ticket, and they punched it good. You were in it right up to your ears, weren't you? And on top of that, you had the guts to accept a Navy Cross. The Navy thought a lot of you that day, didn't they, Slattery? And what were you thinking? What were you thinking? Take it. Plane is capable of mission. Oh, who are you kidding, Slattery? You got a nice airplane, but it wasn't built for this kind of stuff. No, and neither were you. But you're in it, baby, and what are you gonna do about it? What can you do about it? You're spinning around up here like a cork. You know how it all started, don't you? Yeah, you were spinning that day, too, weren't you? Remember? Remember?
$18 a second dozen.
You won.
Let it ride.
$27, third dozen, nobody there.
You lost. Well, there's no... Hey, smile. That's more like it. Maybe you haven't got any money, but you still got me. I can do a lot of things money can't do.
Yeah, I've heard all about that. Hey, got a great idea. What do you say we go over to Joe's Stove Grab for dinner?
I thought we were going to my place.
Oh, honey, home cooking.
After what happened to you in there, you'd better settle for home cooking and like it.
Yeah, you were really in luck that day. 148 million people in the country, and you had to bump into him.
Eat it. Hard made.
Hey, you!
Well, he didn't mean it.
Hey, pretty boy. What's the idea of running me down?
What do you mean, run you down? You... Will Slattery!
Oh, Hobby.
What are you doing here?
I live here. Where are you going in such a big hurry?
To my car. Why don't you keep in touch with a guy?
Out of sight, out of mind. Why would I want to keep in touch with you? Come here, I want you to meet somebody. Come on. Hey, Dolores, remember the guy I told you about? This is him, Hobby Hobson, practically my brother.
Imagine him showing up at a time like this. How do you do?
How do you do?
Hey, golly, it's sure good to see you, Hobby. Hey, Delos cooking dinner. How about coming up and eat with us, huh?
We're just going to have a quiet dinner at home.
Well, look, honey, I haven't talked to this guy in a long time. I'm going to walk him to his car. Be right back.
Glad to have met you.
You don't mean to tell me you're still in the Navy?
Sure.
Holy smoke. Jets?
Privateers. Weather squadron.
Privateer? For a single-engine jockey like you? What are you trying to do, catch up on your reading?
Oh, I managed to keep interested. I got a little flight to make right now. You want to go if I can fix it?
Sure, why not? Like to see how you look in one of those flying freight cars.
Sample 3 from Roughneck, leaving tower frequency out.
Like a duty, Hobby. No hot and cold running water.
Sorry, I'll put into requisition.
Pilot from Navigator, change course. 0098.
Weather from pilot, take over. Navigator, start tracking. 10 position reports every 15 minutes. Roger, weather.
Roger, Navigator.
You know, I can remember the time when you didn't need all these helpers.
Couldn't get the information back without them. And it's mighty important to the Weather Bureau.
Oh, sure.
If our dope shows the hurricane will strike, they've got to warn all the cities within 150 miles of the track of the storm when to board up. When you cut off the lines of that many people, even for a day, it costs millions and millions of dollars.
That's a lot of dough, even if you say it fast.
Right. Well, weather. Looks like we're approaching the outskirts of the storm. Roger. All stations from pilot, secure loose gear. Pilot from aft station, all gear secured.
Pilot from radar, have the eye on the scope.
Want to take a look?
Yeah, sure.
There's a repeater scope in the cockpit. That's what it looks like on radar. Eye of the storm bears 015. Distance 30 miles. Diameter of the eye about 22 miles. There is an area of heavy squalls in the northeastern quadrant. Boosters on, 2,500 RPM. Passenger from pilot, you've got your running water hot or cold. Well, it's weather. Let's get down. Got to see the surface for readings. Okay, we'll try. Down. We're in the ice, sir.
It's a dead calm. This is like flying around inside a thermos bottle.
Weather from pilot. We got all the dopes? Get out of here. Roger, weather. Such a report has been sent. I'm ready. Navigator from pilot. Give me the quickest way home.
Will call. Stand by.
see her?
Yes, my assistant, Dr. Holmes, will take you to her. Dr. Holmes, please.
Hello. Hello.
Please go away, Will.
Don't, honey. It's all right. Why didn't you tell me?
Tried to. But you wouldn't listen.
You didn't know.
Didn't want to know. You didn't want to know about anything. Not about me or Milner, Gregory, Aggie. Not even about yourself. I'm not blaming you. It's my fault. Didn't ask me to follow you around like a baby. Even more, maybe we were just in it for laughs. I made a mistake and fell in love.
I want to help, honey. I'll do anything.
You can't help me, Will. Nobody can.
Don't talk like that. You've got to get well. Dr. Ross told me you were at Masters Field. I must have handed you a laugh watching me get a medal. But don't kid yourself that I think medals mean anything. It's what people do that counts. I didn't do so good, did I? Honey, I don't deserve this. Keep it for me, will you? Look, let's make a deal. You get well, and I'll try to make up for all the things I did. Then I'll come back for it. Okay? Please, honey. Maggie, what are you doing here? What was that for?
For a lot of things. I'm proud of you, Will.
Don't worry about it. I'll be by tonight, after dinner.
All right, Will. I'll see you then.
Don't worry about it. No, of course not. Nothing to it. Just walk in, tell a guy you're going to take his wife away from him. Sorry, Hobby, but Aggie and I decided we don't need you anymore. Aggie and I, you decided that Slattery, the big hero with the Navy Cross. But somebody else reviewed your case that day, too, didn't he? And he did a good job.
So the ambulance brought her in. She was placed in one of our wards, and I made the diagnosis. It was reasonably easy.
Your friends are all right, Dolores. I told you, next time you bring guests, first you ask me, and I will say no.
You understand? No. Don't look down. Look at me, please.
Gregory, you told it to us 3 times now. You can tell it to Slattery. Look at this mistake. Look at what you write here.
I'm sorry.
You're always making mistakes. You're always sorry.
I'm sorry.
Control yourself, my dear.
Please, Mr. Milne, I'm sick. I'm very sick.
Girls, Slattery, those people. Why do you let yourself get so excited, Gregory? Even with my heart, see how calm I am.
Why do you have that girl? You ask me, I throw her out. She's a rope around her neck.
That's why we can't throw her out.
Hi, Aggie.
Hello, Will. Where's Dolores?
At the last minute, she got a headache.
You mean she's not coming at all?
No. You really didn't expect her to be here, did you?
Of course I did. Or maybe I didn't. Maybe I was just kidding myself. In any event, I'm going.
Oh, Aggie, be yourself. What's the harm in having dinner together? You've got to eat someplace. What's the matter with you? You're acting like a schoolgirl.
Look, Will, I don't intend to get myself in any spot where I have to trust you or myself. I'm going home.
Okay, so I'll drive you.
I'll get a cab.
Why? We're not a couple of kids. You want to go home, so I'll take you. Let's go.
Sorry if I spoiled your evening. Maybe I was being a little silly, but Bobby is out of
Forget
town.
it. It was my fault. I tried to pull a fast one, didn't get by with it.
Thanks.
What do you know about that? It was raining that night, too.
What do you mean, raining? It never rains in California.
Never rains. I had to carry across that gutter. And me and my whites. Yeah, I thought about that night a lot of times. You were wearing a blue sequin dress cut low over the shoulders. There's a little black bow right there. Yes, sir, you were awful pretty that night, Aggie.
You surprised me, Will. You remember everything, don't you?
Yep. Everything.
The last time, Will. Have you forgotten that, too?
Aggie, I told you I'd only be gone for 3 or 4 days. I had some things to tend to.
You told me that so many times, Will. I'm sorry.
Aggie.
Let's just forget it, shall we, Will? It was all so long ago and far away. Now you found somebody else, and so have I.
You can't brush me off like that. You weren't just another girl. You meant something to me inside. I've never gotten you out of my system, and I never will.
Stop it, Will.
No, I won't. You crawled inside me, and you stayed there. Go ahead and laugh if you want to. That's how it is.
I'm not laughing, Will. But you've got to listen to me. I'm married now. It's all over. It wasn't very easy for me either, you know. hurt for a long time. But I got over it. I had to.
The champagne here, sir?
Oh, just put it down.
No, I'd like a glass now, please.
So you're married to Hobby. I could figure you married to a lot of people, but not him, son.
What's wrong with him?
Nothing. He's a nice guy. Just doesn't seem like your type.
Did it ever occur to you that I might have changed? I was on a roller coaster when I knew you were. I'm off it now. For good.
Hi. How'd you two make up?
Fine. Hobby's a wonderful dancer.
Dolores would make anybody look good.
Sure she would. Hey, listen, I just got a terrific idea. You on duty tomorrow, Hobby?
No.
Then how about me picking you two up in the morning and taking you for a ride in the boss's plane? I'll show you the best private ship in the world today.
Hey, that sounds good. I like that.
You'll have to count me out. I have to go to the hairdresser's in the morning.
Oh, come on, Aggie. You can get your hair fixed any old time.
If you'll forgive my saying so, Mrs. Hobson, I can't imagine your hair looking any more beautiful than it does right now.
May I take your order now?
Yes, sure. Fun, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Nice couple.
Well,
Hmm?
have you ever met her before?
Who? Oh, what's her name? Aggie. No? Nice girl, huh?
Funny. I had a feeling you two knew each other.
Hi, Aggie.
Oh, well, I'm so glad you're here. Hobby's back.
Back?
Yes. Saw us in the car this morning. Started asking questions.
What'd you tell him?
I told him we'd known each other before. Had to.
What'd he say?
That's just it, Will. He won't say anything. He's been drinking, and now he won't even listen to me.
He'll listen to me.
No. We made a terrible mistake.
Behold, the bridegroom cometh. I love her.
I want to talk to you, Hobby.
You don't want to talk to me, you want to talk to Aggie. Go on, talk to her. Don't mind me, never did. Take your hands off of me.
All right, but you're going to listen to me. You've got the wrong angle on this, Hobby. I'm the one that's at fault, so if you got anything to say it to me. I made all the advances, not Aggie. Sure, we knew each other before, but that was a long time ago. I'm the one that started it. I'm the one that tried to take her away from you.
Nice going.
Yeah, but it didn't work out. You want to know why? I'll give you a very good reason. She's not in love with me. She's in love with you.
Don't make me laugh. You expect me to believe that from a guy like you?
You don't have to believe anything. Just look at it.
I don't want to look at her. You're the one I want to look at.
Hobby!
Come on, fight. What's the matter with you?
Hello? Oh, Commander Kramer? Oh, no, sir. No, Commander, he's not here. Hobby.
Oh, Commander? How's it speak? I just got in, sir.
That storm has intensified itself into a major hurricane, Hobby. It's an emergency, or I wouldn't interrupt your leave.
I'll be there, sir.
The relief crews have evacuated all the other planes to Cherry Point. Yours is the only one left. How soon can you get here?
Say 30 minutes, sir. Better make it 40 in this line. Yes, sir.
Hobby, you can't go. They'll court-martial you if you show up like this. You try to fly, you'll kill yourself. Darling, please, you've got to believe me. Will, you got to stop him. Oh, Hobby.
are you going? Where do you think you're going?
I'm taking the plane out.
No, you're not.
Look, Frank, you and I get along fine.
The plane stays here.
Okay, Frank.
Still alive, he's beyond transmission range. Operations from Commander Kramer. What a direction find a network to track transmission of Grumman Mallard 2975.
Navy Tower, Master Field from Slattery.
Don't, Will, you mustn't.
Look, Aggie, there's one thing you've got to get clear in your head. What I told you the other night, I meant. I've got you in my system, and I can't get you out. Ever.
How was it?
Routine. Hey, who were you kidding? Me or the commander? Brother. Thank you, sir. It was almost fun. Thanks a lot, boys. Well, what now?
Go home, get cleaned up, see if I can get a hold of my wife.
Guess I better call Dolores. Why couldn't you have just said goodbye, walked away from the guy? No, you had to see what kind of a dame he'd gotten for himself, didn't you? Had to be a big shot, take him out to dinner.
Can't imagine what's keeping her.
Relax, Javi. So she's 4.5 minutes late. What did you do? Forget to synchronize your watches?
Maybe she just forgot something.
I guess we shouldn't let all that good music go to waste. Dance, Miss Greaves?
Love to.
Mind, Will?
Carry on, Lieutenant. Carry on. Well, for the love.
Excuse me a minute. There's Aggie. Here she is. Honey, this is Miss Greaves, my wife.
How do you do, Miss Greaves?
And Will Slattery, fellow I used to fly with.
Hello, Mr. Slattery.
Nice to know you, Mrs. Hobson. Well, this calls for a celebration. Waiter.
Yes,
Champagne.
Yes. Take it easy, Will. What's the occasion?
Who cares? Haven't you got an anniversary or something? Hey, I thought you two were going to dance.
Yeah, sure. Why not? We just let you two get acquainted by yourselves. You ought to warn you when I got my training in the wide open spaces.
I'll try to keep up with it.
Small world, isn't it?
Seems to be, doesn't it?
Lose you in San Diego, find you here in Miami, married to a guy I met in Honolulu.
Very happily married, too, Will.
Yeah, so I see. What happened to you, Aggie? You might have telephoned me to say goodbye, or at least have left a note in the milk bottle.
You have the nerve to sit there and ask what happened to me?
Yes, you ran out on me. I chased all over town trying to find you. Shipped out, never did find out what happened to you.
Now, isn't that a pity? I ran out on you. Maybe you've forgotten all the nights you stood me up. Or the time you went out to get the cigarettes and didn't show up till 2 weeks later.
Oh, well, that was different. You just disappeared off the face of the earth.
You darn tootin' that was different. The wedding bells had started to ring the last time, Will. Or have you forgotten that, too?
Aggie, I told you I'd only be gone for 3 or 4 days.
got the boss. He is sick.
Hard again, sir? Yes. Take me home.
Anything I can do for you, sir?
Get me home. Get me home. Get you some water. Amyl nitrite. In my pocket.
This is what it looks like. It's worth a lot of dough.
Throw it out.
Miami radio, NC-2975, over. Miami radio, NC-2975, over.
NC-2975, Miami radio, over.
Miami radio, this is NC-2975, 100 miles southeast Miami, 1,000 feet, Will Slattery, pilot. R.J. Milne, owner of plane, died during flight, heart attack. Please make all arrangements for ambulance at R.J. Milne Estate. Notify coroner's office, over.
This is Miami radio. Roger, we'll go up.
Will, please, you've got to listen to me. I couldn't tell you before, but now I...
Never mind that. Just tell me where you are. You all right?
Please, Will, you've got to get out of there. You don't know what they'll do to you. Gregory's a...
Look, Dolo, I know all about it. I know what I'm doing. I just want to know where you are.
Sorry, Will. Should have known better than to try to talk to you.
Honey, don't talk like that. Just listen to me for a minute, will you? Dolo. Dolo, you still there? Don't hang up on me. Dolo.
How long did you know him, Harvey? From the service center?
Oh, 2 or 3 years on and off. I thought I told you about him. He was in quite a thing down at the Marianas.
Oh?
Yeah, we were going in for an attack on the shore installation. He spotted a Jap cruiser and broke formation and took off after it on his own. Nailed it, too. Went right down and laid his string just behind the stacks.
course, we all figured he was cooked. But when we got back to the ship, there he was. The only trouble was that his wing cameras were shot out, and he didn't have any proof. Plus the fact that the old man didn't go for anyone breaking formation. Well, we all signed statements, but it didn't do any good. Slattery was confined to quarters for 10 days for disobeying orders. It's an odd break, wasn't it? Hey, look, honey. How about putting off that appointment with the hairdresser tomorrow? I like the guy, and it'd be fun flying with him. And I agree with him, too. I can't imagine your hair being any more beautiful either.
After the way you talked last night, I didn't think you'd be here, Aggie.
Well, I just couldn't resist the thought of the wild blue yonder. Besides, Hobby was standing over me with a pitcher of ice water. He's a lovely boy in the early morning.
She's lucky I didn't sing.
Does he always mistreat you that way?
Always. But I love him just the same. Don't I, Dad?
This early in the morning? Uh-oh, we gotta put a stop to that.
Boy, the way some people live. Beautiful. You sure you got the right address?
This is it. It's really something, isn't it?
Is this the way the other half lives?
Don't let the surroundings impress you. We only work here.
Sorry you can't come, Dolores.
Have fun. You're in good hands.
See you later, honey.
You live here too, Will?
I'm just a hired hand. I live out over the garage. There it is.
Well, this must be very hard to take. Are you sure you can stand the cars rolling in and out in the morning?
I told you I was riding a gravy train. Come on this way.
What does your boss do?
Ever eat a candy bar called Old Baby?
Sure.
He manufactures them. R.J. Milne.
Just think. The nation's sweet tooth built all this.
No, he didn't build it. He just rents.
What's the difference? 1 year's rent on a place like this would build our dream house.
Thinking of building?
We got lots of plans. I want to settle down somewhere, have a nice steady life, 3 or 4 babies.
On Navy pay? Come on this way.
Where are they going with that plane? Right.
I don't know, sir.
Good morning.
Dolores. What do you know about this?
They were buddies in the Navy.
Buddies in the Navy.
They're friends of mine, Lieutenant and Mrs. Hobson. Will had to check the plane anyway, and
He has no right to do this.
Gregory, why don't you sit down and eat your prunes? I'll handle this.
Hobby,
Look, there's something wrong. Engine stopped.
That's right. Hang on.
This is great. Wow, one engine.
Well, you were a single engine jockey.
Yeah, this baby's all right. old times, there, Will.
Look, fellas, I've had enough. Take me home.
I guess we better take her home.
Okay.
Sweet job that plane is. 60-degree bank on one engine. I still can't get over it.
Neither can I. I dropped 10 years out of my life up there.
All you pulled was 32 inches manifold pressure, and your
Look,
RPM
fellas,
was...
will you stop flying? I want to go home and get some rest. I've got a date, too, remember?
I forgot. Look, Hobby, why don't you take my car and drive it into town? I can pick it up later.
Good morning, Mr. Slattery. Did the Hobsons have a good flight?
Yes, sir. We had a very good flight, sir. Mr. Milne,
It's quite all right, Mr. Slattery. Dolores has been telling us about your friends. Good morning, Mrs. Hobson.
How do you do?
Good morning, Lieutenant.
Nice to know you, sir. Thanks a lot. It's really great of you to let us have your plane.
You know, Lieutenant, I have a special reason for being grateful to the Navy. During the war, most of my family was in Shanghai. It sounds selfish. Perhaps I should have said the whole world is grateful. Wouldn't you like to say goodbye to Dolores?
He would like an acknowledgement. The last shipment of chocolate was in every way inferior. If this happens again, it will result in an immediate cancellation of all our orders. Sincerely. Have it?
Lieutenant and Mrs. Hobson, this is my partner, Mr. Gregory.
How are you, Mr. Gregory? Beautiful plane.
How do you do?
Certainly appreciate the ride in it.
Yeah.
You are old friends.
Yes, we met in the Navy.
We went through the base at San Diego together.
I don't want to get you into trouble with Southern California, but how do you like Florida?
It has its points, sir.
I shan't be flying again today, Slattery. If you wish to be with your friends.
Thank you very much, sir. See you later.
Sure.
Bye.
Bye.
Kid, say it. You were scared then, just like you are now. You figured that bottle was a way out, didn't you? Didn't you?
Another one for babies.
I'm going to take you home, honey pie.
Home on the range,
Care won't be here any minute.
Thank you.
where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is home.
Slattery, you did it again. You made it.
That's the tower from Slattery, over. That's the tower from Slattery. Do you read me?
And the Elks and the
Eskimos play. Hey, cutie, come here. What's your name?
Marie.
Marie, oh, that's a pretty name. Not Marie, nor Emily, nor Doris. Ay, Dolores. Dolores, you know, she kisses just like a little girl.
Well, that ain't the way I kiss. That's for sure. Kiss me again, honey.
Why, sure enough, shortening bread. Home, home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play. Da-da-da-da. Whoa, a little narrow here. Where the deer and the antelope play. I can navigate, all right, sir. I almost ticklish sweetie. When seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. You want to come in and help me take my shoes off, cutie pie?
Well, you know I will, honey pie.
I live here.
That guy polluted. I've seen one like him since the war.
Right, how you must move around. It's been following you all over the country. May of last June.
What is it? What? The Navy. From the Navy.
Hey.
What? What? Oh. Okay. Here you are. Get it out of here. There's your pay. And there's a buck, if I can find it, for luck.
Thanks, Bud.
It's all right, anytime.
Come on.
Anytime. Home, home on the range, with a deer. Hey! Oh, let it go. Home, home on the range. So they left. Goodbye. Goodbye. Where the deer and the antelope play. Yahoo! Navy free. Home, home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play. Yippee.
I can't believe it.
No, nobody ever does. I had quite a talk with Miss Greaves. You've known her for some time?
Oh, about a year, I guess.
And you knew her quite well?
Well, we worked at the same place, had a lot of dates.
Did you know anything about her background? Where she came from? Anything about her childhood?
No, I don't think so.
Why? You weren't interested?
Well, I wouldn't say that exactly.
I would. Did you know that she was very much in love with you? That as a matter of fact, it was more than love. She depended on you.
I don't know whether she did or not. Anyway, what's that got to do with it?
The fact that she might not be here if you did.
Now, look, Doctor, I had nothing to do with this.
I didn't say you did. I only said the girl was very much in love with you. That apparently she felt you were someone she could depend on.
Now, wait a minute, Doctor.
If you had treated her like a human being, using a little sympathy, a little understanding, if you'd ever thought of anything besides yourself, things might have been different for her. I suppose I'm exceeding my authority in talking to you like this. But my wards are crowded with people who, but for a little thoughtfulness, a little kindness, a little deeper understanding, might never be here.
9 west, over.
Slattery, repeat position.
Latitude 25.8 north. Longitude 76.9 west, over.
Roger, hold on.
That puts the sun at 240 miles north-northwest of where it was last night. Slattery, can you see the surface?
Sure.
Can you see anything else?
There's a lot of sky and a lot of water.
He's got the wrong dope. Razorback Island is only 1 mile away from his position. He's where he says he is, he couldn't miss it. Slattery, your position doesn't check. Take another reading.
Your instruments must be wrong. Your position doesn't check.
I double-checked my instruments. That must be the correct reading.
Tress be lost. Slattery, I can't confirm your position. Return to base.
Wait a minute, hold everything!
Slattery, what is it?
I almost hit something! Shaped like a big, sleeping hog!
Razorback.
Got it. Slattery, your position verified.
Return to base.
Urgent dispatch all activities eastern seafront. Slattery, give tower 15-minute reports on wind velocity and direction.
Roger!
Sorry, ma'am, you can't go up. Emergency condition.
I'm Lieutenant Hobson's wife. Has he taken off yet?
I don't know, ma'am. Sorry, Mrs. Hobson.
Navy Tower from Drummond Mallard. Navy Tower from Drummond Mallard. Mayday, over.
Mayday? How do you think they're gonna help you? Run up a ladder? You're cooked, wise guy. That engine ain't gonna catch. Just fly her down, boy. You're the guy that wanted it this way.
Hobby, I was so frightened.
About Slattery? Don't worry, he made the eye of the storm. He's on his way back.
Oh, no, Hobby. It wasn't Will. I was afraid you might be flying. I know how you feel. You have every right in the world. I don't know what to say except I love you, Hobby. Always have, I always will.
Commander Kramer from Tower.
Commander Kramer,
Lost contact with Drummond Mallard. Can't reach him.
keep trying.
Radio communication from Commander Kramer. Ensign Jackson.
Yes, sir.
Order direction, find the networks to track transmission of Mallard. Notify air, sea rescue.
Aye, sir.
No responses yet, sir.
Lieutenant Hobson, report to tower.
Lieutenant Hobson, report to Tower.
No, sir, I do not have any 1275, sir.
Power from Slattery. Power from Slattery. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do you read me? Mayday! Lost one engine. If you read my transmission, take this message.
No private plane is built for weather duty. One chance in a million if he makes it.
That still took a lot of guts. He always had plenty of that.
Slattery, this is Harvey. Do you read? Come in, over.
Slattery, Mayday. Won't be able to make it. Take this message. Have information on narcotic smuggling ring. Information on narcotic smuggling ring. Information on their activities is in my safe deposit box. In bank corner of Collins and 15th. In bank corner of Collins and 15th. Do you read me? Do you read me?
You get that?
Yes, sir.
If he's crazy enough, to pass it to the Miami police right away.
Yes, sir.
Do you read? Over. Will, come in. Come in.
Lieutenant Anderson to Commander Kramer. Over.
Kramer speaking.
DCA unit reports approaching aircraft. Has no radio. 6 miles from Master Field.
Holy Pete, he made it.
I think he did, Hobby.
How about that guy?
I don't know how he'll ever bring it down in this. If anybody can, he can.
I think I hear a plane, sir.
Well, what are you doing here?
I was worried about you.
Worried about me?
Mm-hmm. Did you meet your friend for dinner?
What friend? Oh, you mean that guy I had dinner with?
Wasn't Aggie, was he?
You know, you're starting to talk like a wife.
Funny you should mention that word. After all, she is Hobby's wife.
Look, do me a favor, will you? Drop it.
All right, we'll drop it. But there is something else I wanted to talk to you about. I want you to quit your job.
Quit? The best job a pilot ever had? You got it for me. What's the matter with you, anyway?
You know it's a bad job, Will. It's doing something to you the same as it's already done to me.
Look, this job isn't doing anything to me that I don't want it to. As far as I'm concerned, these guys are in the candy business. That's all I know. That's all I want to know. I don't want to hear your ideas on it or anybody else's. Is that clear?
Very clear. I won't bother you with it anymore.
Good.
I won't bother you with anything anymore. I'm quitting tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. You were going to quit last week and the week before and the week before that. Why don't you relax? So I had dinner with another girl, so what?
Then you were with her.
Yes, I was with her. You want to know something else? You were right. I knew her a long time ago before Hobson ever set eyes on her. Now, would you mind getting out of here? I want to get some sleep.
I seem to remember you telling me Hobby was your friend.
He is.
And the fact that he's married to Aggie doesn't mean anything to you?
Yeah, it means that he can take care of himself. And while you're asking questions, I'll tell you something else. Aggie's the only girl that ever meant 2 cents to me. She always has and she always will. And if Hobson's married to her, that's just too bad.
I used to think you were a man, Will. I don't care what you do to yourself, and I don't care what you've done to me. I asked for it. What you're doing to Hobby and Aggie is rotten. I hate you for it.
Are you through?
Yes, I'm through.
Then hate me outside, will you? I'm tired. brother, what a tough guy you were. You're getting just what you asked for. And you kept right on asking for it, didn't you? Didn't you? Didn't you?
You sent for me, sir?
Yes, Mr. Slattery, I sent for you. You and Dolores are good friends, aren't you?
Well, yes, I guess we are.
There's a hurricane. Hurricanes are windstorms of great violence, several hundred miles in diameter, with a dead calm at the center called the eye. Like whirlpools, they spin rapidly, hurling great destruction in their path. They're spawned in the doldrums. Their father, the heat of the sun. Their mother, the moisture of the sea. From July to December every year, the Caribbean crawls with these evil offspring of the elements. Usually, they waste themselves over the ocean. But several times in a generation, the protecting hand of God is withheld, and the hurricane heads towards shore and the homes of men. This is the story of such a hurricane, and of a man named Will Slattery.
You're going?
I'm taking the plane out.
No, you're not.
Look, Frank, you and I get along fine.
The plane stays here.
Okay, Frank.
That's funny. That's Hobson's call.
He hasn't taken off yet.
Sambo 3 from Roughneck. Do you read me? Over.
Get Commander Kramer. Aircraft calling Navy Master. Say again. Over.
Howard to Commander Kramer. Sir, there's an unidentified aircraft making contact with us. He's using a weather squadron identification call.
Commander Kramer, Master Field Navy Tower. We are in an emergency condition. Discontinue practical joking and get off circuit. Out. Of all the idiotic, ill-timed...
Navy Tower, Master Field, reporting for hurricane reconnaissance to replace Lieutenant Hobson, who's too ill to fly. Request instructions, over.
What goes on, sir?
I don't know. Hobson, report to tower.
Navy Tower to calling aircraft. This is an order. Get off circuit and land at nearest airport. There's a hurricane heading for the coast with 120-knot winds bearing approximately 110 with the center 200 miles offshore. Out.
Thanks for the bearing. That's what I wanted to know. There's a lot of sky up here. This is Grumman Mallard 2975. 60 miles southeast Miami, 600 feet, changing course for 110. I'm flying into this storm anyway. You might as well use me just for laughs. Over.
Drummond Mallet from Navy Tower. Get back on the ground immediately.
Find another way to commit suicide.
Hobson, what is all this?
I don't know, sir.
Some fool trying to kill himself reporting as a replacement for you. What do you know about it?
May I have this, sir?
Slattery, this is Hobson.
I know what you're trying to do. You can't get away with it.
Slattery?
Yes, sir.
Your friend who got the medal?
Yes, sir. You can't let him do it.
Lieutenant Hobson is familiar with the plane I'm flying. It's capable of mission. Over.
Slattery, this is Kramer. I'm warning you for the last time. You're obstructing a Navy weather flight, and you're jeopardizing the lives of everyone in this area. You've got a reserve commission, Slattery, and I'll have you court-martialed. I'll put you away for 20 years.
Put me away for 20 years.
Person to be decorated center! Hard!
Person to be decorated, present.
The award for today is not to anyone attached to this base, but to an officer on inactive duty, Lieutenant Slattery. Admiral William F. Allenby, U.S. Navy, will present the award. Come on.
Battalion, Ridge,
Pass.
The reason we are honored here today by the presence of Lieutenant Slattery is that the Navy made a mistake. Perhaps it startles you to hear one of the high brass admit that the Navy can make a mistake. Fortunately, we have a board of decorations and awards whose job it is to review all records and to correct all such errors made in the haste of war. I'm sure Lieutenant Slattery realizes that the decoration he is about to receive is in no sense a reward. Achievement is its own reward. It gives me great pleasure to present the Navy Cross to Lieutenant Slattery. I will now read the citation.
Battalion! Attention!
The President of the United States awards the Navy Cross to Lieutenant Willard Francis Slattery, United States Naval Reserve, for extraordinary heroism in an air-sea engagement off the Marianas Islands on August 6, 1944, for single-handedly sinking the Japanese light cruiser Chicago, thereby contributing materially to the success of his squadron. His skilled airmanship, courage, and devotion to duty upheld the highest traditions of the United States Naval Service. For the President, John L. Sullivan, Secretary of the Navy. Congratulations. Thank you.